8 things that harm a writer's success.
Not writing. Not having a keyboard. Not knowing the language you want to write in. Just not having something to write with as a whole. Come on, give me more.
Michael,
Nour, it's Family Feud, give me more. It's the lightning round, Nour.
I need real things for this, Michael.
Those are all real things.
Realer things. Hey guys, Nour here, and today we're talking about 8 things that harm a writer's success. So lots of people want to be writers, but let's be honest, not everyone will be. This isn't because of some statistics or the odds not being in the majority's favor. This is because not a lot of writers take themselves seriously. And again, this has nothing to do with luck. I've seen middle school writers take writing more seriously than college graduates. And honestly, those middle school writers will probably succeed just because of that persistence and confidence. So before you say that you're unlucky, stop, because it's that kind of thinking that harms writers. So I think it's only fitting that we start number 1 with excuses. Excuses are pretty much just a writer being lazy. I don't have enough time to write. I'm a terrible writer. If I had more readers, I'll write more. I'm not inspired right now to write. Ugh, enough with the excuses. Do you hear Stephen King saying those things? How about Margaret Atwood? No, you don't, because they have their crap together. So stop making excuses. You're not writing because you're lazy. You're all talk, but no action. Just because you want to be an author one day doesn't make you one. You got to work on it. Now, let me be honest, I do fall into that trap sometimes. But the trick is to recognize it and not stay in that mentality. I hope you took that as tough love and not just me being mean. Now, keep in mind that the rest of this video is going to be a little harsh, but I feel like it's advice that all authors, including myself, need to hear from time to time. And I want you to succeed, so just take that harshness and use it for fuel. Number 2, not putting in the time. You can't be a successful writer if you don't sit down to write several times a week. Now, don't get me wrong, breaks are important, and writing isn't always in the form of writing. It can be outlining or thinking of the plot, but you still have to do those things to say that you're writing. Watching hours of Netflix, going on social media, and avoiding writing at all costs doesn't make you a writer, and it harms your chances of success. So put in the time. This is a job. Number 3, doubting yourself and giving up. Let's be honest, all artists doubt themselves sometimes. But the difference between those who succeed and those who fail is that those who succeed don't give up despite their fears and doubts. They push through those negative thoughts. You're a writer, not a quitter. Keep that in your mind when you're unsure about your work. Number 4, the belief that people will read your book just because you wrote it. This is a very childish belief, and I know because that's how I used to think when I was a kid. But you know what? That's not how that works. You don't get things the easy way. You have to prove yourself just like everyone else. It's great to have confidence and praise your own work, but it's not so great to assume that everyone will know about you without even trying. No one is psychic, and even publishers need to see more than just you praising your own book to take you on. So keep that in mind, which actually leads me to number 5, not marketing your author brand or your books. Even if you don't use the internet, you have to when planning on becoming a successful author. No matter how old you are, no matter what you write, you have to use social media and market yourself. Start small, open one account and go from there. Connect with others, share helpful content, talk a bit about yourself. This is important because you want to be known, and nowadays, you can't do that without marketing. If I didn't have my YouTube channel, I'd be blogging more, for example. One way or another, I would build a platform that engages readers and gets me closer to being discovered by more readers. Marketing is not an option, it's a requirement. And if you refuse to use it, I'm sorry, but you will fail. It doesn't have to be YouTube. You could use Twitter or Instagram or a blog. Number 6, not starting any writing project until you've mastered all the information given to you by other writers. I've actually had a few people tell me that they don't want to write a book until they've compiled all the tips from my videos and other authors' videos. And that kind of mentality worries me because tips alone don't help you become a good writer. You have to write to get better. Duh. I practically taught myself how to write by, can you guess? By writing. Who knew? Almost like it requires practice to enhance the craft or something. Yes, your first few writing projects will suck, but if you keep putting them off to gather more information on writing, then they'll still suck, but just later rather than earlier. Don't harm your career that way. Get to writing now so that you can learn now rather than later. Number 7, needing approval from others to write. Guess what? Most people won't take you seriously, not until you prove yourself. Not your family, not your friends, not even your teachers. Start writing anyway, and if they don't believe in you, then so what? You're not writing for anyone but you. You can prove them wrong later. Use that as your fuel. And number 8, comparing yourself to others. That's the worst kind of poison because it combines envy and self-hatred. Cut that out. No one is better than anyone. Everyone has their own journey. Someone more successful than me has more years of work under their belt. And I'll get there too, and so will you. Never compare, just work hard. Now, it's good to look up to other writers, but never compete. It's just not healthy in this career and not worth it. So yeah, those are 8 things that harm a writer's success. Again, my harshness is out of love, so I hope you don't take it as me being mean. Use what I've said as fuel, work hard, and be a successful writer. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. And remember, Nour for president!